Okay, I actually abandoned the last video because some alarm was going off and it turned out to be the UPS below the desk. But that's not a bad thing. We can use that to our advantage. So this video is specifically about the process of correctly locating the access points within a map. Um, so we're looking at the first floor of Building 1 um, at Lakeworth High School. So you want your map open, you want your nodes locked to be deselected. And what you're going to do is you'll also want the monitor view open in another tab for Lakeworth High School with no access point selected. And what we're going to do is we are going to go back and forth between the views. So we want to find out where 128940, the first access point here on the right. So I've dragged them all over to the right and separated them so I can clearly see them. So I want to figure out where 128940 is. I go over to the monitor view, hit Control F, and put in 12894. You don't need the O. And that tells me that's in 131. Come back over. At this point, you may want to zoom in, but I can see that that is over here. Okay. 11B 100. So 11B 10 is what I've got to put in. So back over here again. 0100 front office. Going to guess that that is probably there. OF688. 130 computer room. Sometimes it's easier to actually decide to zoom in to get a little bit more detail. And all of a sudden, because the computer room is there, you can find that because of the fact that there's lots of these little red triangles which denote computer connection points. So I'm going to bring this down and drop it into 1130 in the middle because there's nothing indicating where it should be. So basically, this is quite a laborious process. Where you're going to go through that on this map and on all the maps. On all the maps in your hierarchy in order to drop the access points into the correct locations. And after you've done that, what you're probably going to find is that you will have certain places, certain usually classrooms that look like they should have an access point, but in fact you didn't find one to put in that location. And you will also have some of the access points for the location which you have listed as not found, i.e. you don't know where they are. And it's quite likely that from among those not found is an access point that belongs in a particular classroom. And you can then go back in and try to do a little bit of detective work to figure out which of the not founds belongs in which specific classroom that's currently missing an access point. So I'm going to stop the video for now. And what I'm going to do is complete the mapping and then we're going to come back and look at it, okay?